Hey guys, how are you? I am so excited to introduce you guys to my new planner. I have been in an A5 for so long, I don't even know how to explain how drastic this change is for me. But I spent some time between October and December getting to know A6, and I kind of fell in love with it. So what I did here was in my Chic Sparrow folio, I inserted a Hobonichi, considered like a accessories. It's a weekly insert, and so it's designed just to look just like the cousin. This is just the weekly spread. So basically this little book, which is smaller than an A6, this is A6. So it's designed to carry all of your weeks, which if you're drawing your own spreads is lovely. And because in my A5, I was always very, very heavily planning in weeks. When I started doing the smaller one, the smaller journaling, I noticed that I wasn't using weeks as much. It was just too cramped. And then I moved into more of a daily thing. So that's been great because I think I've always complained about not knowing what to do with dailies. So here I am. So here's what I've got. I've only spent a couple of hours in here last night. Today's January 3rd, Monday. Why not Saturday on a Monday though, really? I was going to record how I would draw all this, but do you guys really want to see sped up line drawing? Nah, let's just walk through it. I've already made a crease here. Oh well, let's go. I have some decorating to do and I have some pictures that I want to add, so maybe we'll do that together. But something happened to this journal. I don't think it was intended to be this year's journal, but whatever. I only lost like a couple pages. So what I intend to do is I intend to add like a signature, which is like 4 pages, you know, two of these side back. And then add them here in case I need more index space, because I think I might, or I don't know. So this would be like maybe the 3rd page of that index. We'll see how that goes. If not, then we'll just have to, I don't know, we'll figure it out. Here's my future log. Because I don't have exactly 30 spaces going down in here, what I've done is I've left kind of reminders, like I've got like the first 10, second 10, whatever, for birthdays and anniversaries and whatever other important holidays. I don't have a whole lot. I don't think. I don't know. Future planning, all that kind of stuff goes in here. These are my monthlies. So I decided to go with a bullet journal style for these. I've added all of these to the front because these are just like where I go to drop off dates that are going to happen for future planning. Here's why. I am drawing this bad boy as I go. So this is as I go. That way I don't have to like waste space on dailies. If I don't end up wanting to do something, I can put 2 days on one. I can put 4 days on one, because let's not kid ourselves. There are those weeks where we barely touch our journals and we've got like 20 post-it notes because we need to make sure it all makes it into the journal, right? So this is this has helped me because I do a lot of like pencil notes here, and then I get the dates in here, and then if they're not confirmed dates, then I don't mind if this one gets messy for whatever reason it is. Maybe it's because it's in list form or whatever. I don't mind these getting messy as opposed to like the square calendar view. When I see that one, I want it nice, I want it cute, I want to be able to put stickers in it. You know what I mean? I don't know why, but this is more of a functional calendar, which is why I put them in the beginning. That way I can find them all, because scattered throughout the journal was not working for me the way I needed it to, because I am writing in my journal as I go. I'm adding to it as I go, as opposed to setting it all up. Or even, and I used to do this at the beginning of my bullet journaling journey, let's call it, where I would count pages and then give myself an allowance on how many pages I could use a month or a week or whatever, and so that I would remain in the journal. I don't know if I'll finish the year in this journal. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. Hopefully I'll finish the journal. That much I'm pretty certain that I can do, because I filled an asextology. I mean, it was missing some pages and some whatever, but I pretty much filled it up in 3 months. So I'm pretty sure that if I really tried, I could. But I've got my sketchbook, and I've got, you know, other stuff going on in other places, so maybe. And we can talk about my little auxiliary notebook that I've got going on. So I'm just flipping through the rest of the months. This was all just, you know, tedious work while I was watching. What were we watching? We were watching Fast Times at Ridgemont High. My husband and I, I don't think we had ever seen it. And then we watched the Blues Brothers. So that's how. It did not translate at all, but I did make some mistakes because, of course, I was watching and laughing, but you didn't even notice them, I assure you. I just used some whiteout. Is there even one here? I don't know. And so what I'm doing here is just highlighting the Sundays. There's whiteout somewhere. I don't know. You guys don't really care. It's just like a regular little tape runner. And then what color am I using? Oh, guys. I don't know, because I left it on the bed. Okay, so here's another thing that had, you know what? I want to talk to you about something. Hold on one second. All right, so I went to find my Tombow. So it's Tombow 942, and it's really cute little color. I've been using it, I use it for most of my December. So if you've watched my Create December, this is the accent color I'm using. And I'm using a Sarasa in brown. And 05 is like my everyday pen, but I have an 03 for like when I do like little lines like that, like the little square, or later on when I think I drew these lines with the 0.3 when I want to do like, if I want to do like flowers or botanicals or whatever. It's waterproof. This is not waterproof, of course, but I have brown Tombow Funonosuke also that I do some stuff with, and I'm trying to keep it real simple at the beginning, because like I said, it's going to be I just want it really functional, and I want to be able to find my monthlies and my notes and not miss anything. I have a lot of dates that I want to like very much keep track of and be on top of. I lost organizational skills last year. Anyways, so this, a couple of years ago in 2019, I found out about One Book July, and that particular year, Carrie and company recommended that they were doing their One Book July, but they were also going to incorporate reading the bullet journal method. I had been a bullet journaler for 3 years at that point, but I had never actually read the book. I had feelings as an artistic journaler when the book came out, just due to my own lack of, I should have just read the book instead of listening to what the crowd was saying. So what happened was, during that One Book July, I decided to try, in fact, a One Book July in a small version, in a condensed version, because even though I've always been in one book, had been in one book up until that point, I had never really used the method the way it was meant to be. I had used the Pinterest or the YouTube, the Instagram version of it, which is very different. And of course, I gravitated towards it because it suits my creative side. But for people who are not, or need more function in their life, or are feeling distracted like I am by too much in their journal, then this was a fun alternative. And I'm so grateful that I took the time to try this out 3 years ago, so that my brain would now say, hey, you have something to fall back on now that you're feeling overwhelmed with your current way of planning, which is what happened. So while I was reading the book that July, I set up this tiny little notebook from Walmart. It doesn't even have a cover anymore because it just ripped out, that particular month. I set it up as if I were going to, take this on. And it just so happened that month I had a lot of like work stuff going on. I was supposed to travel, and I had, you'll see, nothing in here is secret anymore because it's all happened and all that stuff. But this is where I first got a real glimpse of what dailies were, of how to have a brainstorm and just like have all that stuff together on ugly pages in your journal. What a thing. I like, mind-blowing. And then I figured out that I like this way of crossing out with a highlighter so that I could still see what was there, but not necessarily, but know that it was already had some finality to it. I tried the goals collection. I really went through the book and put some stuff out there. So this 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 thing for professional and personal, it's all changed now. I'm not the same person. I'm not in the same career path as I was. It's all leading up to, but or maybe I am on the same path, just it's wiggling around. Anywho, this was like a collection of like redos that I wanted to do for my shop back then, brainstorming, back to school collection that never saw life of day. This did. Anyways, so this is just like, this was for an event I was attending, another event. It was a busy month, and this was helpful to see how it would work in this way. This was like packing for a trip, which was, I don't travel a lot, so that was awesome to be able to see how this would work. And then here's that month, right? This was on 1 page. I've decided this year to do it on 2 pages so that I can have the extra space to do all the ugly pencil writing. Another collab idea, a clarity log, which I never got to, but thought that the idea was fantastic. And then that was it. I only kept it up for like a month and a half, maybe. But this has stayed in my desk, and I do consider it one of my notebooks because it taught me a lot in that little month. And as did, my previous journal, it taught me a lot in 3 months. How to prepare for this, I suppose. And how to let go of A5. I have a problem with letting go of things. I'm not a hoarder per se, but more of an emotional hoarder, something like, I don't know. Anyways, that's for my therapist and I to figure out, I suppose. So I've got this going on. Can't wait to kind of set some ideas in motion, because here's the thing. I've written down some things, and when those things happen, it is so great to look back on and say, I wrote that down and it came to fruition. And maybe it happened because I wrote it down. Maybe it didn't, but the romantic in me wants to believe that it's because I wrote it down, and I really, really believed in it. Here's where I kind of gave up last night. I will fill them all out, unlike I did in the other one, but I will fill them all out, and it'll look really cute and aesthetically pleasing. I may or may not continue doing the craft paper as my splash page, or something here like my favorite vinyl of the whatever, or maybe I slap a picture of myself because I love me. But so that's my splash page for right now. That's kind of like a bullet journal thing that I miss. It's not part of the bullet journal method, but it's part of the community that I miss, is sharing that splash page every month, or seeing when I see some other people's, I'm like, oh man, I should have done a splash page. But anyways, here's my calendar view. I miss this view. I need this view. My brain likes this view. It enjoys the functional, but I need this view. And so, but I've noticed that this view for me needs to be aesthetic as opposed to the other one. And this one needs to be pretty. So This will be how I arrange my months, where we come off of a splash page, then we'll have the monthly view like that. And yeah, it may seem redundant to you guys because, you know, I have them back here, but I need this view. This one, I intend to put little stickers on it, maybe. Right here, I think I talked about this last time. I did a flip, was, this is marking like half days for my kids. All of their stuff will be color coordinated in these ugly months, right? But I still, it's redundant, but that's the name of the game. If you don't do it over and over again, then you'll forget stuff. I don't know if that's what happens to you guys, but it's definitely what happens to me. Okay, for the first few days, I'm still figuring out, you know, because I had a routine in the other journal, but now this is a new one and I want to try out new stuff. So I know that one of the things that bugs me the most is that, you know, there aren't enough spaces to go all the way down. My days change. Sometimes I'm up from like 6 or 8 or whatever. And I like the idea that each line is an hour, but then that doesn't always work. And then that's too rigid. So I'm not really sure how I'm going to go about my days just yet. Will I just do something fun or whatever, but who knows. I do know that I like this way for right now. I've enjoyed that. I'm using these two guys right here. And then I'm just marking them off on the top. Usually I've done it with marker on the top, but I'm going to try it with this one just so that it's nice and bold and I don't have to like, my eyes, what's going on with my eyes? I do turn 40 in May, but like something happened all of a sudden. This is today. I have to fill out that we're filming and hopefully we'll be uploading. And then this is the rest of my week. Why do I have this here? I don't know why I have that there. That's the style that I did that with a purpose. I'll get back to you guys on that. That's tomorrow, and then this is the rest of the week. Just so you guys can see what's looking like. Who knows what we'll put here. Maybe if a collection comes up, maybe if ideas come up, I'm going to let it be organic. And I fixed up the first week just because it's the first week, honestly, but the intent is really to go day by day. That way, for example, if oh, I messed up here. So this is supposed to be Saturday, not Monday, because my brain works in mysterious ways. So this is the first, and whatever. We didn't do very much. We watched TV, we watched movies. I set this up, blah, 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 blah. I didn't need all of this space. Now I feel compelled to fill all this space. That's not what I want to do. I don't want to feel compelled to fill space for the sake of filling space. I especially don't want to fill up the space with stickers just for the sake of using stickers. I am not cutting my own stickers anymore. I have what I have. I'm really, really trying to work through them, but I'm not trying to overdo them. Does that make sense? We're really, really trying hard to simplify this year. That is the main goal of being in a smaller journal. I want to be able to close this, throw it in my bag, and not have to carry a bag for my planner, because that life is just, it just doesn't fit me right now anymore. Sometimes work also requires me to be, you know, quicker, and just, I can't carry so much stuff. It's a lot. It's overwhelming, and I think that's what I'm trying to leave behind. I'm trying to leave behind the overwhelm of yesteryear. The last little thing I have packed into this folio is this little photograph, like their little sleeves. This is also made by Hobonichi. I ordered this because I always have either sticker sheets or band-aids or kids notes or little pictures, trinkets, receipts. I laminate my kids' little love notes to me, and that way I don't have to worry about them getting ruined. I think it's lovely. So I have these cute little pictures that we'll add right now. I've already corner punched them because that drives me crazy. So we'll flip back. And yeah, so this is what we're working with, guys. And you know what? I don't even know what I'm looking for now. I don't know where I'm gonna put them. Honestly, I'll show them to you now, but I don't think I can commit. That's my husband at an Airbnb where we were, I think at the end of November-ish. And this was us. We were already in pajamas in our bed, ready to lounge, and my mother-in-law came over and said, no, you gotta get dressed, we're going out for dinner. So that was that. And then total mommy fail, I couldn't find us Christmas pajamas because I procrastinated to literally Christmas Eve, and we ended up finding our Christmas pajamas the next day, the day after Christmas. So we wore them on New Year's. So thank you so much, guys, for joining me. I look forward to a new year and more memories together. Hopefully I've inspired you as you inspire me, and the encouragement that likes, all of it, always, always, always comment. Feel free to find me over on Instagram because that's where I usually spend most of my time. And yeah, just thank you so much, and Happy New Year to you, and stay safe, stay healthy, because that's what we're all like trying to do now, right? Bye, guys. Hey guys, thanks so much for hanging out and supporting my artwork. If you don't want to miss anything, please make sure to subscribe and turn on your notification bell. If you have any questions, you can find me over on Instagram